Deep underground there is a busy city. It is an ant kingdom. Thousands of ants live here. They work together. The ant kingdom is like a big family. Everyone has a job to do. Everyone helps each other. They keep their city clean. They gather food. And they always protect their home. The queen ant is the leader. She lays eggs. These eggs hatch into new ants. Worker ants do most of the work. They dig tunnels. They carry food. They even take care of the baby ants. Soldier ants protect the kingdom. They're big and strong. They fight off any danger. Every day, worker ants leave the nest. They follow trails to find food. When they find food, they carry it back home. They share the food with everyone. Soldier ants guard the entrance. They make sure no enemies get inside. They keep everyone safe. One day, dark clouds filled the sky. The wind howled. A big storm was coming. The ants felt the danger. They knew they had to act fast. The queen was in danger. The storm could flood their home. The ants had to work together to stay safe. The worker ants hurried. They started to move the eggs. They carried the baby ants too. They moved them to a deeper, safer part of the nest. It was dry there. The soldier ants stood guard. They watched for falling branches and other dangers. Suddenly the rain came down. It poured and poured. Water started to seep into the nest. The water rose higher and higher. It flooded the tunnels. Some ants were swept away by the water. The ants were scared, but they did not give up. They had to save their friends. The water kept rising. Soon many ants were trapped on a small piece of dry ground. The queen was trapped too. The water was all around them. How could they escape? The ants knew they needed a plan. They had to think fast. The water was getting higher. The soldier ants came up with an idea. They would make a bridge with their bodies. One by one they lined up. They held onto each other tightly. Soon they reached the dry ground. The other ants climbed onto the bridge. The soldier ants held them up. They were strong. Finally, all the ants were safe. The queen was safe too. The flood could not hurt them now. They had worked together. They had saved themselves. Hooray for teamwork. The ants learned a valuable lesson that day. Together they could overcome any challenge.